another episode of Gospel Gossip. Subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any news updates right here. Now, the National Teachers Council of Ghana have certified 10,000 teachers to teach in the UK. Yesterday, 5th October, was World Teachers Day. On that note, let me take this opportunity to say kudos to all our teachers from every level to every level. Wherever you find yourself, kudos to you. You are the reason why some of us are the people we are. God bless you and keep on doing the good. In fact, your reward is here. Make sure you take it here, okay? It is not in heaven. Say, teachers, your reward is in heaven. Yeah, that person is an enemy of your profession. Don't befriend them, okay? Your reward is right here. Make sure you take it and you take it here. On that note, it was on this August day, 5th October 2023, World Teachers Day, that the Education Minister made some statements and some analysis, or should I say, yes. So he mentioned that Ghana has deployment issues, that we will address it. But the main story here is that Ghana has certified 10,000 qualified, certified teachers who have passed the licensure exams straight to practice teaching in the UK. Yes, so it's as if we Ghanaians, we don't want them. We don't want at the part. We are best at training, but poor at deploying and accepting services. So right now, 10,000 teachers are living life to the fullest in UK. They're actually taking their rewards here on earth. So speaking at this year's World Teachers Day held at Takoradi, the Education Minister, Dr. Yaw Osei Adutwum, made mention that yes, Ghana has certified the 10,000 teachers to teach in the UK, and also mentioned that we have issues. But before we address the issues, you listen to the statistics.
The United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization says 44 million teachers are needed globally to meet educational targets by 2030. But what exactly is the teacher to education ratio we see in the country? And on your screens right now, we know that UNESCO is estimating that 44 million additional teachers need to be recruited to meet the universal primary and secondary education targets set for 2030. Now, out of this, 15 million teachers are needed in sub-Saharan Africa alone, which Ghana is a major part of. And the secondary education needs more teachers than primary education. The teachers are needed to fill new posts and posts that are vacant due to teacher attrition and teachers relocating from countries. But if you're paying attention to the teacher attrition in focus, UNESCO is defining that as the number of personnel leaving the profession in a given year. And the departures are attributed to retirement, health reasons, family obligations, taking a job in another country, another field, or death. But what exactly is Ghana's situation? And you'd also see that on your screen. Now, in Ghana's situation, the National Teaching Council says 10,000 teachers from Ghana have been certified to work in the United Kingdom without any further assessment this year. And the pupil to teacher ratio in primary schools in Ghana, that was reported as 26.99 in 2019. And this is one teacher teaching at least 26 students. For the ratio for secondary education, it is 15.17 in 2019. And that is also translated as one teacher teaching at least 15 students. Now, experts recommend that countries must progressively aim not to exceed 20 children per teacher and ideally meet a target of one teacher to 10 students.
Did you watch and listen very well? So anyway, that's about that. But I have few questions I want to put out there, so you help me answer them. The teacher to student ratio, the actual teacher to student ratio before it was run down to a whole number. Why did they add decimal points? What is the meaning of 15.17 is to one teacher? 17 is the 17 supposed to be a whole human being or a disabled human? I don't get it. What is the meaning of the decimals? That, well, you let me know what you think, okay, in the comment section. Help me. Maybe I'm just overthinking or thinking overboard, okay? So let me know what you think in the comment section. If you have an answer for me, the business students, the e-maths gurus, please help me, okay, in the comment section. Now, in addition to that, the education minister, Mr. Osei, said that Ghana has a deployment problem or challenge. So we have issues with posting teachers to specific schools or to educational sectors to render the services they have learned or the knowledge they have acquired in the classroom to students. But he actually mentioned that if it means that they have to pay for transfers, incentives, and all of those things to have teachers deployed to the rural areas, they will do that. And I hope they really do that and do it well, because you can't train me and leave me like hanging like that. I'm a very unemployed, and I join unemployed associations and all of those things. I know some teachers have graduated, they have served, they have done their national service because now they are doing that, and they are home waiting for students to vacate so that they do extra classes or vacation classes. It doesn't help. Okay, it doesn't help. Now you're telling us that what certified 10,000 of your gold, 10,000 of your precious people to go and render services in another country. Now you've trained them with all the resources. Fine, they pay their fees and all that. But you train them with your resources and your policies and all that. And now you can't get anything out from them again because you have poor systems or poor structures to actually benefit from the knowledge you gave to them. It's sad.
Ghana is one of the few countries in the world where there's no teacher shortage. We have a deployment challenge. We have so many people waiting in the wings to come and teach. You may go to an urban classroom where there are 2 teachers in the classroom, and you go to Sabsugu and we have a shortage. I'm happy that Dr. Counsel has committed that we're going to ensure that this deployment challenge is no longer the case in the next few months. If there's a need to pay transfer grants, we'll pay it so that teachers can go to the places that need them the most. And we can forever put to rest this illusion that there's a shortage when there's no shortage. There are so many people who are waiting to be posted, to go and teach. And when we get clearance, we do that. We are one of the few countries in the world where you can get 100 teachers today if you want them. So our universities have done a good job, but we need to do a better job in the deployment process. And we are going to do just that. You see, politicians, sometimes we don't do ourselves a favor. We are worst enemies. Worst enemies in the sense that if you look at the work Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has put into education, somebody can look at you, say with a straight face that he has done nothing.
And now they are making arrangements to deploy teachers to rural areas, to the schools that don't have teachers. Now, I want to ask, to the schools that don't have teachers, do they even have classrooms? Do they have chairs, tables? Do they have a confined environment to study or to learn? Do they have all these things? Do they have teaching materials? Do they have accommodations? Do they have that the basic amenities for students or for schools? Do they have them? Before you deploy all these people, Ghana Education Service, before you deploy all these people, please make sure that these things are there. These things are taken care of. Before you send somebody's daughter, somebody's son to a village they don't know, they know nobody there too. Please, before you deploy them, please make sure that these things are in place for them. Yeah, because in the same way, people say that we are talking too much. We don't know what we are talking about. But indeed, when you go to the grounds, you will see what we are talking about. Okay, let me not say much. It is with these things that we do or we neglect that is taking huge number of our health professionals outside the country. They say our nurses echo, doctors are going. Now even our teachers, they are going. So who will train us? Who will help us heal? Who will give us treatments? Who is going to do all these things for us? So all we know how to do best is to train people and then export them, and goods and services. We train you and then we export you, or we train you, we make the environment unsafe and uncomfortable for you so that you vermouth, you go. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Why are you doing this to our people? Have you considered or imagine the ratio to Africans? Should I say Africans or Europe? Yes, Africans or blacks or even Ghanaians specifically. Ghanaians to white people. Ghanaians are equal. Is that the same number of Abrofu who come to Ghana to work? What no? Have you thought of it? And is it healthy enough? Is the number enough? It's like Ghana to Europe and Ghana to Abuja. 1,000 is to 1. We know we have some whites in our educational system and then our health systems, but it's those who come to Ghana to work here, they are peanuts. And you know the funny thing? Those who come to Ghana to work here, no, they are pampered, they are paid even more than those in Ghana who are working with them. Than those in Ghana who are working with them. And then we call this country Nankasa, it be like say it no be our own. It be like it no be our own. Like we came to rent and our rent is due and we have to go. So I'm wrapping up and I just want to share the theme for this year's Teachers Day with you. The theme says, the teachers we need for the education we want, the global imperative to reverse the teacher shortage. So as we are reversing the shortage, we don't know if Ghana is actually doing otherwise or whatever. But whatever it is, we are all involved in building our motherland. So help us, God. Let's hear what you think in the comment section. This is how I wrap up. I just brought you news. My name is Abena Mandi. Shout out to Esther behind the camera. Shout out to History, my producer. See you again another time.